Let's go further down the testing rabbit hole and learn about Brownie developer revert messages. Last time we left open a pretty obvious weakness in our contract, which is that anybody could call this claim ERC20 token and drain funds. Before we fix this exploit, we're going to show one testing best practice, which is you want to write your test to fail and then rewrite your contract and then write it to succeed. This way you can have confidence that your tests are actually working as intended. So I'm going to first write the test only admin can claim. We'll use the staked 3 pool and some die and the brownie accounts, and we'll assign Alice to be the admin, account 0. And we would like to test that our contract reverts. In other words, we're going to hope that the next statement causes an exception, any exception at all, by running with brownie.reverts. And our intended behavior would be that if anybody, in this case we'll say accounts 1, tries to run this, we're going to expect that this would revert. That would be the desired behavior if some malicious actor comes in. And ideally, this is going to fail because this is not at all wired up yet. Anybody can currently do it, so it's expected this is going to fail. While this is running on my slow computer trying to run Zoom, I'm going to go ahead and start fixing this. And sure enough, the transaction did not revert. Not ideal. So what we want to do is we want to have an owner, which is simply an address. And when we initialize our contract, we'll set the owner equal to message sender. And now here we're going to assert that self.owner equals message.sender. And we're going to pass in for now just a basic developer revert string. So we can be sure it's not reverting for some other reason. We'll pass only owner. And we'll check that it's returning this proper revert string by passing this within brownie reverts. And we would now expect that if I compiled this, no typos, this is going to now pass, which means I can now feel confident, more confident at least, in running this test, that if it's failing for some particular reason. That is to say, it might fail because of a bug with a contract and perhaps not from the test. And sure enough, this is now working properly. There is a problem with this though, which is that it's really expensive to pass these revert strings. And you may not always want to pass a revert string because it costs so much gas to do this. One of the nice features of Brownie is that you can pass anything with the dev flag and this will not use up gas, but this will function the same way. In order for this to work, you have to have the DEV colon. If you're using Solidity, this will be double slashes instead of a hashtag. I'm in Viper, so I use the Pythonic style comment. And again, it has to be DEV colon. Otherwise, this comment will be ignored. But now when I run this contract on the mainnet, I don't have to worry about gas, but I still am allowed to run this assert statement just as before. Useful. Brownie is incredible as always. We still have ways to go before this contract's ready for prime time, but at least now random people aren't going to just walk in and drain the funds.